Today, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Detroit Lions taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from Ford Field. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Dak going to start out going to the air. Over the middle, he's got Shenault. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The numbers a week ago for Shenault. 5 catches, 63 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw into the hands of the receiver, Shenault. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 36 yards on the play.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw here taken in by Gesicki. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be second in a couple. Another completion right there, and again, Charles, good time in the pocket. That offensive line on this opening drive been really solid.
They've been more than solid. They've really tamped down the pass rush and kept him safe in the pocket, able to look around, find his target, and deliver. He's got to make sure he tells the offensive line in the huddle, thanks, fellas. Let's keep it going.
They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them. Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll get this one. At the 10-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. His pass caught at the 4. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead.
That was a long, sustained opening drive, but in the end, only able to get 3, the field goal out of it.
And absolutely, you'll take the points and the early leads. You never give those back. But there will be a little bit of disappointment that they didn't punch it in for 6 after that kind of yardage and that kind of drive that they had.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
But normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Another run with Sanders. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a Lions first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And how about that on 3rd down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all. First down.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Patterson out to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Patterson. He's got his tight end over the middle. T.J. Hockenson. T.J. Hockenson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 10.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Lions have recovered.
So problems there on the return, very costly, not what you need when you've just surrendered the lead.
Not at all, because this now has a chance to really snowball on them quickly. Their offense was on the sidelines talking about getting on the field and getting that score back.
On first down, Patterson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. Maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted. But they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Throwing on first down, Patterson. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. From 13 yards out, and they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Now, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff-worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Prescott off play action. He finds Taylor, complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd.
He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the bootleg. Patterson. They'll roll him out right.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end can be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain. His guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunky yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
The kick by Sanders is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first over the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So here are the Lions to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Left side here to Sanders.
And in for the Lions touchdown. Miles Sanders, 36 yards. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing. Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Well, that'll be complete to Dobbins. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. From just shy of midfield, Prescott. Open target here, Darius Slayton. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Prescott yet again. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And the Lions will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position. And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands. Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. On 1st and 10, Patterson. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
18
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Off play action. McNeil. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with a Lion.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half. Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Patterson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. Bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at it just to make sure that they have it. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
On second down, a run with Dobbins.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down. Prescott now from the 50. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Off the play fake, Prescott.
He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the red zone now, Prescott eluding the pressure right.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. To the air again, Prescott. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Throwing, Prescott.
To Gesicki and complete near the sideline.
Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
Dobbins once more.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
J.K. Dobbins with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings get a bit closer.
Up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. That time, a 9-play drive.
And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Time for another look at this Lions offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Throwing to start the drive. Patterson. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
On the move past the 40. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
A big play there for Detroit. 43 yards.
The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10.
On the counter now, it's Sanders.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Another run here with Sanders. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 57 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. This thrown quickly out to Cooper.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Now a handoff up the middle. Carrington. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. They'll give him a yard on the play. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Back now at Ford Field. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Patterson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Mike Evans from 3 yards out.
And the Lions are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Firing quickly here, and I think the ball's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. On first down, Patterson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Patterson. And it's caught. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They'll look to throw again. The quick slant caught. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. Again, he'll drop to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Jair Elam makes it quick. Back in this football game. So a costly INT in the end zone, no less, puts the brakes on their potential scoring drive.
So many teams stick with the passing game down near the goal line because they see it as an extension of what they do between the 20s. But as we said many, many times, the further you drive, the more the field shrinks. And that was a nice job of making a play on the football and coming away with the interception. That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So they call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Here's Prescott. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Prescott down. And able to find Gesicki as tight end.
And he will have a Vikings first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Now Prescott.
Over the middle, complete. That's Lynch.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. Prescott.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Patterson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Patterson sliding out of the pocket.
That'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans. And he does not get to the 1st down marker as they stop him at the 19.
Looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll run with Sanders. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. And they'll turn, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought